Death by Die. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever episode of Let's Get Critical. You are with me, Kevin, or vandalworks, if you'd like to call me that. And we also have...
Was that my cue? Jarrod or Boosh?
It is your cue, but if you want to miss it entirely, that's completely up to you. Well, there we go. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to do a little review show of Critical Role. It's a show that some people have heard of. It's where they play D&D. It's a bunch of nerds, I guess. A bunch of voice actors who play the game.
Oh, I'm so glad you quoted it.
And they've done fairly well. They've done fairly well with it, let's be fair. You know, they've got an animated season coming on, and, you know, it's just fucking ridiculous. And it's a really good show. Better than most TV out there, to be fair.
100%. No doubt.
So what we've decided to do, because we always generally talk about it for ages, that we normally try and play Rocket League while we're playing it and just make a mess of playing Rocket League. So we thought, let's be fucking productive. I got to get back into making videos. You've done some video stuff as well, so let's fucking do something with it, innit? Yeah. So, let's start on episode 96. It's quite a way into it.
Good point to start from, you know?
Yeah. Got to start with the intro, because Sam's adverts at the start are always good. Dr. Love.
2-point hospital.
Yeah. And then it ends really quick, and you're like, what? That's like one of the shortest Sam adverts I've ever seen, so that was quite interesting.
It was just
Liam dressed as a doctor as well, which was odd. But, the other announcement we had was the Chicago live show is next week.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That should be interesting, because the live shows have always got some interesting stuff on it.
Yeah.
So, right then, so the recap from last week, Caduceus Clay has visions of a jungle, where they go to the Whitethorn Lagoon, which is near the ruins of Draconia, which is quite important, I discovered later on. They also get a big Artagan reveal. And then a Gorgon attacks after they find a shoreline next to a lake with his load of statues. And Caduceus Clay finds his father and sister both petrified.
It's not a normal Gorgon, though, let's put that in.
Oh,
this is no normal Gorgon.
It's a Gorgon of beast.
It's a big boy Gorgon, as I wrote down.
Yes. For those who don't know, a Gorgon, not like Medusa in Greek mythology, is a large bull-like creature covered in plates of armour, whether they're natural or not, I'm not entirely sure.
I think in D&D it's normally like more mechanical, it's not so much...
Yeah.
But in this it seems like it's a naturally kind of thing.
I think it's one of those things that they have crafted on them, but they can use.
Yes, and I think it's going to link to something we'll talk about later on.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, exciting. So basically, the start of the episode is roll for initiative. The Gorgon runs in. They try to hit it. Some succeed, some don't. They find out slowly the Gorgon has legendary actions. This defensive shift is ridiculous because it can move 15 feet without causing any opportunity attacks. I thought that was well impressive.
That was cool.
It's also got the armor up ability, which moved its AC from 20 to 25, I think it was.
Yeah, I wonder if it stopped it doing something as well, because it said about the green smoke stopping, so I'm not sure if it would have prevented something at the same time.
Yeah, it might close up all the...
Because it said literally you can't see the smoke anymore, so I'm almost like... Because do you know the poison damage every time you hit it?
It's almost like I'll buff my AC, but I can't damage you back for free, but kind of thing. And it's got a few legendary resistances as well. Because imagine if Caleb cast slow on it, that would have been huge.
Yes.
But no. Yeah, so you can see Matt grinning at that. It was you're not screwing me over this time, guys. I think he did.
2-1
because he tried to cast slow. Oh yeah, it was yeah. That was and obviously as a Gorgon, you may have linked up with the statues. It also had the petrifying breath.
Yeah, fun petrify.
Bo did get struck with it to start with, but she managed to shake off the second one because petrifying breath. It's traditionally
it's a 2-round. If
you fail your first save, it's wisdom. I think it was save.
Constitution, I think.
Constitution. There we go. It's the same thing. Like, wisdom is your mental constitution. So there we go.
Kind of.
Yeah, I babbled.
I can
tell. So she manages. She fails the first one, manages to pass the second one, so she's not hurt anymore. But she does later on in the fight get petrified after going down again and getting turned to stone. as it seemed. Ford went down as well, or for Geordie, as some people like to call it.
After getting critical for 54 points of damage. I think it was in the first or second round. It was very near the beginning of the fight.
I think it was the second round.
And then
I think
he got critical later on as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh.
He was not having a good time.
Yeah.
Because they had
I think he used an ability to stay on one wound, I think, wouldn't he?
Well, no, he has reckless endurance because he's a half-orc. So when he goes down, he gets back up on one.
Yeah, and then it just did loads of damage. It was like, ouch. Yes. So, luckily Jester was around to give him the...
it's only taken to 96 for her to be a proper healer.
I know. Well, she did bring someone
baby.
back from the dead before, which was, I think it was Caduceus Clay, wasn't it?
Yes.
But, you've got to be a cleric once in a while. I think.
And we got to shout out the bad feelings, as both being DMs for Matthew Mercer, of them constantly saving against everything due to "fuck you, bless," as he quoted.
Yeah. It is one of those things where, as a DM, you kind of want your players to roll well, but not too well.
Yeah.
And I think in this episode they rolled extremely well.
It's
I don't think I'd want my players to roll bad either, but
no, it's not fun. Like when I had the round where I had all 4 of my players fail every death save for 2 rounds. No one rolled over a single 10. That was fun.
Yeah, it's not good.
No,
it's not. But it's kind of funny when they roll the third, natural one in a row for attacks.
That's
fun.
Double nat one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Never want to see it as a player, but as a DM, it's like, I'll eat them up. Yeah, so, we got to mention Caleb's Disintegrate spell.
Yep.
It did 68 force damage, which was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good as it could have been,
no.
but it was still a pretty good chunk of damage, which it wasn't resistant to, which is always good. Yeah, as the Gorgon is running round, it is starting to smash statues as well, and one of the statues turns out to be Caduceus Clay's
Corin.
Yes, poor lass. So she gets smashed and turned into
Humpty Dumpty.
2 dozen pieces at least. Yeah. Only this one wasn't a great fall. It was just a great bull smashing it.
I think that's a good way to go.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'd want to go in any kind of way, to be honest. So they managed to take it out. Caleb finishes off the Gorgon with Widogast's Web of Fire, which is like a column of fire, I think.
No, I think that was just for effect. I think it's almost like... I'm not sure really how it works. It feels almost like a magic missile where it has loads of little beams that hits, but it's all on one save.
Yeah, because Matt kind of described it as loads of fiery shards coming from the ground when it is.
Yeah, well, that was because he said about it almost sunk into the ground, that one, didn't it, rather than shooting. Yeah. I think it's a flare thing.
Yeah.
It seems cool.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. So they kind of start using Greater Restoration to bring some of the people back. Caduceus brings back Cornelius and then Calliope. Which I'm so glad I managed to say first time.
don't even mention my attempt.
Jester managed to bring back Constance. That is
his mum.
Caduceus' mother. But yes, Corin is the one that is smashed.
I think next time they're going to have to find out how much gold they're going to have to get rid of for it all.
Yes, which is quite a lot.
It's 100 gold's worth of diamond dust per cast. So whether they can stick to that or not, or whether they're just going to almost go off camera, just take out the gold.
Yeah,
because they had diamonds, didn't they? They had that one useless diamond and stuff. They may just say,
that is true.
That for it.
But well, we will let them off. It was.
It's only 100 gold at this level. That's not really anything.
Yeah, they did also bring back Aramis too, which was a priest at the shrine, of the Shrine of Stone. We got to see, I think it was our first Dragonborn of Season 2.
I have a feeling we might have seen one before.
You got a feeling? I don't know.
Thing is, we've been in so many cities and stuff with NPCs.
Do you know what? I think we might have seen one in Johas when they go there the first time.
Potentially. I feel like we've seen one but not talked to one properly.
Yeah, I think there was like a market area and there was a Dragonborn there.
I'm just thinking of the kobolds in a coat. I just can't think of anything else when you talk about.
We should have started this way sooner. We do get the really cool the visuals of going into the cave, which is red stone with rich gold veins. I think that sounds awesome.
Yes.
I gotta be honest, I love the idea of that. I kind of got I can't wait to see who gets art of the week and stuff.
I've already seen some fan art out there, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I haven't looked yet. So,
I'll find you some. put it on
Yes.
the
Well, I
video.
normally wait until after Talks Magna so I can see the winner, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that was the winner.
Kev, you can put it on the video.
Oh, that's true. We'll see. Maybe at this very moment in time there'll be some of that artwork, and I'll still not have seen it myself. But then I'm like, I just make myself look like a dick. That's fine. I do that a lot often, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then as the further you do get down, they start seeing more petrified people.
They also
as they go through
fix
this cave
Corin
into a
before
larger cavern.
this. They use the mending on the bigger pieces to an extent.
They do.
Jester gets to 29, doesn't she? Because Caleb gives her the Fortune's favour, and Matt gives her a look of like, what the hell?
Jester screams happily, "I've done lots of puzzles!" I'm sorry for the dreadful impression.
Sure, don't do the accent again.
No, it's fine. It just comes out naturally sometimes. I make a really bad attempt at it. So, so we go in the cave. There's some simple hut structures in a large cavern. There's the shrine, which sounds really good.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of other petrified people, as I said. So it looks like this Gorgon's been in and out.
It's basically a ghost town now.
It sounds really cool. I am really looking forward to seeing all the art for it. So we go to break, and the party and the Clays get introduced to each other. So Caduceus introduces his family. You can kind of see that slightly playful nature as well at times, and it's just
it's it's the least serious part of Caduceus we've kind of seen. We've seen little hints of it before. This was the most.
He kind of talks about a couple of moments where they're kind of pranking each other, and we'll get to it later. But there are a couple of moments, and it's just like I've never seen Talzin so fucking happy.
No,
it was so.
It almost was like when he was Molly again. It was a bit like you almost saw that what he wanted to do with that a bit more.
There was a bit of that. I do have to make a mention here that out of the game, something on the stream, cupcake sandwich is genius.
Yes.
Laura Bailey, you were a fucking god among cupcake eaters. I need to try that. That's seriously good. I actually seen a video today as well, which is out of the game thing, but I don't know if you've seen it. There's a video of a guy eating bolognese, and he's actually cutting the bottom of the spaghetti off with scissors.
Yes, I have seen that. Yes, I think we've gone slightly off topic, but...
I know, but I just had to say it. So if you haven't seen it, go and watch that if you're a big bolognese fan. Yeah,
you can put it on the video. I'm going to keep on doing this to you.
We'll see. Maybe to work.
I know.
Oh, just for those who don't know, Jarrod is my nephew, so he likes to be a pain in the ass.
I do that to everyone, no matter what.
Yeah. Among the people here, I think it's worth mentioning as well, going back to what we said earlier, there's some elves, humans, and dwarves, but there's about a quarter of them are dragonborn. And this is where I go back to where the ruins of Draconia are nearby. And there were a couple with tails, I believe, as well.
Yes, which means they're highborn, I think, if I remember rightly, back to campaign 1.
Yeah, I think
before the crash of the city, I'm pretty sure, because I remember them meeting a lot of the low-life ones, weren't they? None of them had tails. Because I'm pretty sure the ones in the city had tails, because Tiberius did, didn't he? I think Tiberius had a tail, because he was one of the scholarly ones.
Yeah, I got a feeling there might be a thing with the Draconian Knights. They all had tails, and they were all kind of airborne kind of dragon.
One of those things I can't remember, because it was years ago.
It was a while ago. But, so I thought that was worth mentioning. They kind of talk about where the Gorgon might have come from, and also the strange little white crab creatures that they fought in the last session as well. And it's mentioned about the Penumbra range on the Blightshore.
Which is what I was talking about, the Gorgon, where that might come from and where there's kind of leaking out. Because there's an interesting link here between an illness in the land with Cad's homeland.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if there's going to be something linking these together.
It's possible.
Because it feels like almost two places that are so linked with the Wild Mother also having a sickness to the land very close to it.
Yeah, it's very weird as well though, because where the Savalier Wood is, where the Blooming Grove is where they are from, and the Penumbra range are quite far away from each other. So.
But we've already had
there might be a few different spots.
Portal things this campaign, haven't we? So you never know if something's leaking through.
Well, they were all crafted by men. They were all man-made things.
Yeah, we know how good stuff man do. Let's have a look.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so Blooming Grove is next to Shady Creek.
Yeah. I hope they go there again at some point, because that'd be fantastic.
I think they will.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of deal with that, or if they deal with that, to be honest, because it might just be a thing of they might just go back now and again to where the shrine is, and they just help defend against creatures or hunt creatures.
As we find out later on, if they've got the whole rainy thing going on, we may almost have her back if she Because she had a whole mission to the Savalier Wood, didn't she? And there may be something going on there. Because there's the ruins in the Savalier Wood, ain't there, that she had to go to?
Yeah, it's where they were doing lots of... what's the word for it? Where they're digging things up.
I like ecological... not archaeological digs.
Archaeological, yeah.
Ecological digs
the
is
one.
not the word.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what they were doing there, because they were looking for things, and because there was a lot of links with the dodecahedrons from with the Kryn and stuff, so that was quite interesting. So they talk about what they're going to do before they go and have a rest. There's a mention of pylon and lewd positions for the statues for them to wake up in strange places. Not and Caleb have a nice little discussion about gods and the Traveller. Not says she could be a fan. Not also says she wants to be a halfling again. But she's unsure about staying with the Mighty Nine or going back to her family.
Yeah, I swear to God, Sam Regal, if you do this to us
again... New character
again,
for Samba
I swear to God, if Tyrion comes back somehow, I swear to God. Because if he pulls a scandal
I can't see it happening, but it would be hilarious. But I think there is a strong possibility that, because it is a difficult one to say as well.
It's
like,
a
even
natural
looking at it from a role playing
progression
aspect is
to retire.
But it's that thing of, do I want to stop and be with my family that I fought so much to get to be able to be with again, to staying with this life that she's really enjoying, going on adventures with people that she's made incredibly good.
The thing is, though, no happy people become adventurers. That's why no one's backstory is ever, I'm just a regular happy man, because they're happy in their lives not to go out.
Well, maybe we should put a change to that. We could be like a happy pair that go on adventures.
Then why are you kind of risking your life? Stay happy with your
family. Yeah, but I really enjoyed that a little bit. I love the interactions between
very,
Sam and
very
always
good,
really good
role play.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Nott says, "I've enjoyed saving Caleb's life over and over," and Caleb replies with, "I'm so grateful for you being my family." I thought that was quite a poignant moment there.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, Jester and Bo want to cause trouble. They want to move things around, draw dicks, and pine cones. So
I cracked up when he said that, because it's just such a random thing. And he said one guy with a sack of pine cones, didn't he? Is what he was going to make. I was like, Jesus Christ.
So the next bit, Caduceus Clay decides to sneak outside where his sister is. Do you want to say about his sister? I just want to see if you can pronounce it.
Calliope, who seems badass, who I reckon is is a type of fighter that he almost seems like she was. I can't remember what, Blade Master fighter or something like that.
Quite possibly.
It's like that.
I know Matt said she's a bit of a wild child as well, which is cool.
Yeah, can we also mention that Cornelius is basically just a tubby Caduceus? That's basically what he was.
Oh, I know.
Just a fat Caduceus.
It was really weird, because the voice, I remember the voice. Yes. I thought Matt was basically just doing Pumat crossed with Caduceus. And I was just like, it's just...
That's his Furbolg voice.
It's Cornelius. Yeah, it's fantastic. So Caduceus kind of goes up behind Calliope, who is sitting on the edge of the lake.
He rolls 19 just like on stealth, is it? He rolls weirdly high.
Yeah, he does. And the best bit by her is the look on Talzin's face. You can see him put his hands up.
He had this planned, I'm pretty sure, since he bought the thing.
Oh, yeah, it's literally the bone flute that he bought.
Yes.
Was literally just for this moment. It's got.
He should have got Yasha to go along to play the harp at the same time. However the hell she's been carrying a bone harp around, but I want more fan art of her with a harp strapped to her back in every combat.
Oh, fantastic. Scares the bejesus out of her, and Calliope falls in the lake. And I've never seen Talzin look so happy. And he's just in hysterics. He's fair play. I really enjoyed that.
I just love that so much.
He tries to run as well, and then she tackles him.
Yes.
At the foot of the cave, which is quite funny. Yes. He gives the bone flute to Calliope, and he says to get Colden with it. She thinks he's got weirder, and Clay doesn't really know who he is anymore, which I thought was quite interesting. It's kind of his eyes have been opened from leaving the blooming grove.
Well, as he said, he was so there, wasn't he, in the Savalier Wood, that he didn't really know anything. Then he suddenly just came across these people one day, and it's that typical whole life turned upside down. Yeah,
he made him some people tea, and ended up with him.
He has done that in a while.
No, he hasn't, has he? I think he made some for someone before. Like,
it was one of the wizards, I think it was.
Yeah, in Wrexham, I think, was it possibly?
I can't remember what his name is. There's that wizard they keep on forgetting to remind every time they go to his teleportation circle. I know he did it for him.
That was down in Nicodramus.
Yeah.
Nicodramus, yeah. But, Calliope then takes out the crystal that she's got. She's got a green crystal taken from the kiln back in the north, I think it was, possibly.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because it's not far from Uthadud, is it? And it's basically the... What's the name of the crystal stuff called?
Residuum, refined residuum.
Residuum, yeah, that's the one.
It's what Whitestone was so
Clay's
famous
managed
for.
to get, yeah, and Caduceus has got like a few pieces of it as well, hasn't he?
He had quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, so she takes it out and she's noticed that there's like small spikes growing in it from where it's become wet. So they put it in there.
It's like a potato.
And yeah, I thought this was really cool. Like it kind of glows green and he kind of described it as like a pseudopod, like as if it's germinated and stuff.
Yeah.
I literally just like thought of a time lapse of a potato. But
yeah, I've literally got in my notes potato root crystal.
Yeah, nice. It's definitely how it is. So he puts his in, and they do the same, and it looks like that they are going to help the Blooming Grove hopefully overcome any of the disease of rotting that was there. But he also says that he doesn't think he's the one who's able to plant them, and wants Calliope to do it. So that's quite interesting. He says he owns
that
a
could
debt.
also link back to the champion. It could be Calliope. It could be Ford. Because I doubt Caduceus doesn't seem like a champion. He seems like the guy who's going to make the champion.
Yeah, I think the whole thing with him helping to crack the other bits to sort the sword out with Ford and kind of show him the Wild Mother.
I feel Ford's got something more to come in this bit. I feel that there's something around the corner for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been this big build-up for him from becoming a warlock.
Which he did take another level in, I think, as well.
I don't know if I want to say the name of what his god was, because, I want to make sure I'm going to repeat it properly as well, but he did worship a god called Ukatoa. And, so I mean, he became a paladin. A paladin of the Wild Mother, which was really cool, in his cocoon of seaweed.
That was a cool little moment, wasn't it? Because he just went out into the snow, weren't it? And then...
yeah, and they kind of went out there the next morning and
just
found this, like, lump. Yeah. It's like, actually, they're kind of buff this morning.
Yeah.
Wish I could do that. I'm going to get some seaweed and try it, I think.
I'll do it next time up, alright? I will do it to you.
Okay, done. Yeah, we'll do a time-lapse as well. So,
that's cool. It'll be next video on the channel. Man
spends
12 hours in seaweed challenge. We're going to need a lot.
12 hours?
Oh, yeah.
I barely sleep 5 hours, let alone that, so we'll see.
Trust me.
But, yeah, so, she pushes him into the lake then, and he goes off. He tries to pull her in and just fails miserably because he's not that strong.
No.
But they go back in the cave, and Jester is curious about maybe taking people's underwear. And Matt says that there's probably no need for underwear here.
That was a 10
to which Taliesin mentions deep maroon, which was quite amusing, that he probably would have deep maroon underpants.
Yes, and there was a whole discussion with Yasha didn't know what underwear was.
Yeah. Yeah, going commando.
Neither did Caduceus.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. That was a weird moment. That's such a critical role moment.
It is. Yeah, I love some of the random stuff that comes up with it.
Well, it's normally Laura Bailey's fault.
Yeah, well, there we go. That's why she's such a good role player in a sense. So next we've got Nut. Oh my god. Nut goes to find some pine cones.
Yeah,
but she doesn't
he
find
luckily
any,
rolls. He rolls a nat 20 on stealth, doesn't he? Otherwise, Matt literally goes, "You've got every nocturnal, weird hunting beast out there at the moment."
Yeah, that would be hilarious. To be fair, to see her get into some trouble.
That would have been great.
But she does find some nuts and some sea cucumber-like things around the shore, which was kind of odd.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think of a Jackass skit where they go and find sea cucumbers. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Basically, Steve-O and Pontius, they basically go and fight some sea cucumbers and do some things with them underwater.
Right.
It just looks like a certain thing.
Yes, I know exactly what you're on about.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, don't Google it. It's better off not knowing. So don't encourage them. Google it. Caleb inspects the collar he found in the little ball of fun, I believe it was.
Yeah, Happy Fun Ball.
And finds out that it needs to be powered. So that's something he could potentially look into.
Yeah, because that was the Archmage's Bane, wasn't it? It was the thing that stopped any magic being
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah, it's a very cool place, fair play.
Yes.
They start restoring a couple more people then. Megantoth,
Oh God, this guy.
the Dragoball.
I think you should do
love the
another
voice.
impression here.
It was kind of snaky like this, I believe, or something.
Sound like a goal from
Something like
Fallout,
that,
but
maybe.
yeah, sure. It's close enough.
Oh, yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
can play Fallout.
Smooth
So,
skin.
you know. Yes.
I guess.
Kind of sounded a bit like someone I imagine in like a New York alleyway being
It's
like,
a
hey,
bit like that. Opens
you
his
looking for
coat.
some death sticks? Just made me think of the guy from Star Wars now. I don't want to sell any death sticks. I want to go home and see my family. Yeah. And the other person was Gaima, who was a female Goliath.
Yes.
Who had lots of tattoos up over her head and stuff and sounded really cool.
Yeah. Did she have hair as well?
Yeah, I think she had like shaven sides and like some on top,
She's
like a mohawk,
odd.
if I remember right. So
Because Goliaths don't really
it's
have
not that
hair, do
odd.
they?
Some do.
Because no, that was the whole thing with Grog, wasn't it? The fact that he was basically the first ever Goliath with hair, because he had the dwarf of the belt of dwarven kind, weren't it?
Yeah,
And you had
I don't
the
know about
one in
females though.
Yeah, maybe because there was the old what was his name down in Dark Toe,
Yeah.
the Plank King.
But that was like a wig thing.
No, yeah,
That
but he
was
basically scalped
strange.
people.
Yeah, it was quite creepy. Fair play.
It's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Jester greatly restores those, and then Caduceus does Clarabelle first, brings her through, and then Colton's a bit embarrassed that Caduceus saved him, which I like. It's kind of like, oh, I'm the oldest, I should be protecting everyone. And
Well, because he woke
you know,
up
my
almost
little brother
mid-protected,
is,
didn't he? He was that
Yeah.
frozen still at the time.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And Clarabelle sounds really cool. And the weird thing with Clarabelle is that's one of Thomas the Tank Engine's carriages. It's called Clarabelle. Little random fact there.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. It's one for you to tell your little nephews and stuff. They'll think you're cool for that, I'm sure.
No.
Okay. Yeah, and she seems like a bit of a wild child as well. I think she sounds quite like a 14, 15-year-old almost.
Yeah,
kind of.
she was that teenager, actually.
Yeah, I think she looks up to Caduceus quite a bit as well because
Oh, yeah.
of his oddness and stuff. Jester then begins to debate whether stone shape can help Corin.
Yeah.
She asks Gaima for advice, and she gets a maybe.
Yeah, it was pretty much you can certainly try, but from an NPC's perspective, wasn't it? That's basically what it was.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. It did worry me where if she tried it, did bad, and then tried to restore it, it was going to be like a mess, and it'd just be like, oh, that could be a
The
really
elephant
awful image.
man looking thing.
Yeah.
But I guess at the end of it was either that or he was dead.
Yeah, I say with that, or you just say goodbye to them and leave them as they are, or something. It's
It would have been a cool thing to maybe come back later on after almost like when one of them got regeneration, and also have to come back to help him in the future. It could have been quite cool.
Oh, that'd be really weird. Yeah, you'd have to do regeneration though when they come after they've been restored.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so once that if it goes really wrong, when he's like back and he's
Yeah,
like
you know
missing.
when you get an action figure and someone's moved a leg onto the arm.
Yes.
It'd be like that almost kind of thing, and then you go like, oh yeah, I'll cast
Resident Evil
regen-
monster type of looking thing.
Well, you could just put them to the Blight Grove and just let them live out their existence there. They'd fit in quite well, you know. Yeah, so Jester stone shapes and she rolls a 25. And I love the fact that Mercer calls her.
No, she first rolled a nat 1. She had Fortune's favour though.
Oh yeah, she had Fortune's favour. Yeah, she did. Well, you know, it was the 25 that counted.
Yes,
so, you know.
luckily.
And I love the term that Matt Mercer comes up with here, the mystical surgeon. It's like, hang on, it's only the second time she's been a cleric. Now she's a mystical surgeon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was quite funny. Corin slowly wakes up, seemingly quite stiff and not quite 100% put together. Caduceus does give her a bit of a heal, and she seems a little bit better, but she thinks old age is probably part of it as well.
It's almost like the fact that the putting together of stone is almost like just fused him up a bit, isn't it? He doesn't,
Yeah.
He described it as almost that thing of like when people had their spines fused, wasn't it? Was how literally Mercer described it.
I like the fact that it wasn't necessarily from the stone shaping, it was possibly just from the age and having bones put together like that anyway, just like a natural thing at old age.
He had been stuck in that position.
Yeah.
He may have been in a really uncomfortable position for God knows how many years.
It is quite possible, you know. They talk about getting the clays back to get into the Blooming Grove.
Yes.
What's a Rex syndrome?
Yeah.
Quite a Quite a funny little thing. After much deliberation, the party take the clays to Uthadern. But they messaged the wrong person.
Is it Starfire or something like that, wasn't it? His name was the Kobold Reserve one.
Yeah,
he wasn't there
from
anymore.
The Kobold Soul. Yeah, he hadn't been there for months apparently, which is quite amusing. But they do get a frustrated welcome from Uvasek, who is one of the main people.
Yes, he's like.
Was it a little library? I think it was, wasn't it?
It was like an archive.
If I remember it. Yeah, and she welcomes them with "Get out."
Yes.
So yeah, that was quite funny. They get in touch with Rainey, and she agrees to come back and escort the Clays back to their home, taking them through the Savalier Wood because they would need a bit of help and protection.
Did see Mika Burton was happy that she turned up. I saw her on Twitter. She was very happy that.
I can imagine. Yeah. It's good to have some of those characters come back. I always liked it in the first season.
Even Shakasta turned back up, didn't he? Because he escorted Nott's son.
Yes.
And the old woman. Who?
Yeah.
Where is that old woman?
Definitely.
Did they send her back?
She went to Nicodranus. I think she's still there.
Oh, she's still there, right?
I don't think she's been mentioned.
Yeah.
But maybe she works for the Ruby of the Sea. I don't know. Maybe she started singing and entertaining guests. I'm not sure. Be interested to find out.
Yeah.
But,
she's the big bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's the big bad, especially Jester. So they get to Uthadern. They get some rooms sorted for the Clays, and
it did 2 weeks.
Says his goodbyes. Yeah, he paid for 2 weeks. He starts saying his goodbyes and getting ready to go. Colton again looked a little, kind of like okay, cheers.
Yeah.
Didn't really need you, but yeah, cheers kind of thing.
Didn't
almost
need you,
like
no, as in stone.
Yeah, that's about as good as an acknowledgement as you can get from him.
It was the reluctant thank you, basically.
Yeah. I like the fact that Clarabelle captured several bugs in a jar to give to Caduceus as well. That was quite
really cool.
The way he just
and he gave her the hat, didn't he? His straw hat.
Yeah, the straw hat. Yeah. So hopefully that'll protect her very well. Pretty much then, there's not much left, but Jester does ask Matt about creating a planar ally.
Yeah. To take cupcakes to the hag.
Yeah, it's like a 2.5 foot tall elf goblin hybrid sort of strange thing.
Yeah.
Typical kind of goblin-y kind of voice. I'm not going to do it, but I think his name was Trevas.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, and wants her to take a dozen
very
cupcakes.
Expensive spell. I don't know if she's read it.
Well, after the Greater Restorations earlier, I don't think it's really an issue at the moment.
Well, how long did you guess it would take him?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't remember him saying how long. It'd probably take
a couple of days.
Yeah, it'd probably take a few days.
20,000 gold's worth.
It depends how far away it is, because it was near Huppaduck, which is probably the same distance from Uthadern down to Blooming Grove, again over.
Yeah.
Not far off. So it's probably a good few days, to be fair, but it's well, it's a creature of the Traveller, so I imagine it's probably ways of skipping through.
Also, he may almost not charge if it's from the Traveller, maybe almost that sort of thing.
Possible, yeah. Yeah, with how that works. He's not really a god, so I suppose he can change the rules of it as well. So
yeah, he's just a
little spoiler.
Archfey.
Yeah.
Who I really don't trust at all.
No. The reveal last week was so good as well, though. It was so...
To be fair, I did love Artigan back in Campaign 1. He was cool.
Yeah.
With hating the theatre.
Yeah. So, where we leave this episode, where do you think the next one's going to go? I'm really hoping Jester sends a message to the hag and says you've got a package coming.
Yeah.
Because it'll hopefully, because the way Matt said about it when she confused the hag.
Almost delay the...
inevitable, yeah. But I think she's going to try and slow it down and be like, oh, look, we're good friends. Here I am. Here's some cupcakes. Enjoy them. Because you're my best friend.
We're in that weird point at the moment where it's basically the downtime between the talks and Traveller Con.
Yes.
And it wouldn't surprise me if nothing the players have anything to do, Matt goes, okay, you have a week or two of downtime before you have to leave with Orly or meet Orly, get some stuff done, and then almost the live show is the talks into the beginning of Traveller Con.
Yeah.
Because I also feel Blightshore is going to get investigated. because he threw that in as this is where the end game, basically the hard stuff is, and something's going on there. And it's, if you look on the map as well, I just noticed this now, there's nothing there. It's just bare.
Yeah, it almost looks unexplored.
Yeah. It's like there's a whole mountain pass, and there's just nothing on it past it.
Yeah. Because Persona is nearby as well, which would be a cool place to revisit.
Yes.
Yeah, really intrigued to see if they are going to go there and have a look.
Because if you look at the top, there's Bazan and the Umber Gates, which is where Yasha first got taken, weren't it? And the Barfields. Yeah, and there's the Ghostlands on one side of the mountain. Yes, it's got to be a weird place.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I do hope we hear from the Hag.
I think we will.
And just be like, yeah. Oh. I hope they'll deliver.
Also, what's your most valuable role play of the? Who's the winner?
Oh, the MVRP.
Yeah.
I think it's probably gonna have to be Laura on this one.
Okay.
I think with her crafting Corin and actually healing a bit as well, but being tricksy, the bit where, I know we didn't mention it earlier, but where she gets a duplicate to jump on the bull.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite funny, and she did Toll the Dead. That was quite amusing. Just her thought put into like stone shaping and trying to agree to restore her there and stuff. I thought that was really good. Mm-hmm. So she'd probably be my nomination for it, I think. What's yours?
Taliesin.
Yeah?
Purely for the bone flute bit.
Yeah.
That bit.
Oh, so much you enjoyed it as well.
Also, because that was the second most laughter that came in this episode, other than the bit where Laura was doing something and you just heard Travis go, "Your parents watch this." That was whatever she was doing during that bit.
Yeah.
That was great.
I think it's got to have to be Taliesin on there.
Yeah.
MVRP of the game. Yeah. The bone.
Because I think a lot of his stuff tends to go a bit under the radar as well, because it's normally quite subtle. And this was just like first class.
And I think sometimes with Taliesin as well, because of his character Caduceus, he kind of seems to be a bit more.
He's step backish in a way.
He tends to let everyone else and then just add little bits of wisdom here and stuff in there. Like, I think that's why I like Klee so much in that sense. He's
I
a little
love
bit more.
Caduceus.
Yeah, it definitely builds the kind of odd, kind of weird character in that sense.
Yeah, best type of characters are the weirdos.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it.
I think that is this episode, Tyler.
Episode
before the live show.
It is. Episode 96. I know, a live show next week.
Yeah, and then almost the big 100.
Yeah. God, that's not far off, is it?
It was only 118 of campaign 1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this one, I reckon, will go to about nearly 200. I think they're only level 11, 12. I think they've hit 12, haven't they?
Well, yeah. I think 150 definite. I don't know if they'll get as far as 200. I think it depends on where they want to go with it, because I don't think they kind of like be like, oh yeah, we did like 118 episodes of the first one, let's do the same with the second one. It's like, no, I think they'll go when they think the story's done and when they want to start the new characters and stuff. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how far it goes, but I think there's plenty of room for loads more.
Oh yeah, well I think all the characters, like I think we haven't really touched Caleb's backstory yet with actual resolving stuff. Bo's seems like it's been teased at.
Yeah.
We've obviously got the Hag yet. We've got not being turned back and see what happens then. You've got whatever the hell is happening with Artigan. That's going to be whatever happens after Travelicon.
Yeah. It's the negotiations, I think.
You've still got Ukatoa, who I feel will get released.
It's possible.
Because
I think that could be the thing for Ford, is that he goes against the new champion for Ukatoa.
Yeah. Because the whole thing was specifically that when a champion fell, another one basically rose, weren't it?
Yeah.
Also, he's got to meet his mentor. He's out there.
Oh,
he's confirmed to be alive. Caduceus knows. Yeah. I imagine if he was one of the statues.
He would have been able to hear from him. Because I'm pretty sure they sent a message to him, didn't they?
No.
Didn't someone send a message
to him? No, Caduceus, when he was doing his praying, asked if he was still alive. And he got a yes.
What was it they talked to them when they said, oh, I know someone that you know called Ford, and he was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure someone sent him a message. I think
maybe. I don't think she got a reply or not, though.
I think he did. I think she did, because he's in an island somewhere.
Okay.
And he said he's doing all right. I think. Anyway, I'm not positive, but Yeah, I think he's alive, so I don't think he'd be a statue if he's alive, but...
I'll say what probably if he's doing... Because he went... Did he go again? He went against Ukata, didn't he?
Possibly.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Unless
I don't
he's so
think we
bad.
really know. Maybe he is Ukata. Who knows?
But that'd be a cool fight.
But yeah, I think that's
Yes,
pretty much it for
definitely.
today's episode. If you've got any thoughts, feel free to chat down below, and we'll get back to you on what we think you see, and
In a week's time.
yeah, we'll go from there. Hopefully, we'll have another episode then next week.
It is.
And yes, thank you very much for joining us. We'll put our Twitter links up on after the end, so you can see where we are if you want to follow us for some strange odd reason.
Yes, I'm going to start using
And-
social media again, aren't I?
Unlucky bird. Got up.
I may start doing D&D stuff on my channel as well at some point. So
Yeah. Well, when you start getting it sorted, we'll link it all in. So
yeah, let's
people
go.
can find us.
Okay.
Awesome. Right. Thank you very
much.
much, everyone. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye.